Hello and welcome to another video. In this one, I will talk about the PC release of Okami HD. And to be honest, I did not expect this game to come to PC, but I am not surprised. I should have known that Capcom would give PC gamers a game as popular as this one. They are known to release games to other platforms even if they say that it will be an exclusive, and how happy I am that they actually did so. Okami was originally released back in 2006 for the PlayStation 2 to critical acclaim, and the praise was actually well deserved. As many games which have a hard genre to pinpoint, this one too has the label of an action-adventure, which doesn't say much about what the game actually is. In this game, you play a wolf who is the embodiment of the god Amaterasu, who was woken up to defend the land from a huge 8-headed demon which she defeated hundreds of years before the start of this game. Ami, as she is sometimes called, has many abilities and weapons at her disposal that must be used to overcome the challenges that the game throws at her. Those can be either the combat encounters or the puzzles. Combat is quite fun and intuitive, during which either the main hand or offhand weapons can be used, in combination with the celestial brush, about which I will talk in a moment. Besides the combat, you get to explore the beautiful world of... I'm gonna butcher this. Nippon. Okay, where you can do side quests or other smaller activities like feeding animals or removing darkness from flowers that give you praise, which is used to upgrade things like Amaterasu's health or the inkwells that are used for the celestial brush, which is one of the most important gameplay mechanics unique to Okami. The brush is used for combat, puzzles, or in the overworld for things like blooming trees, and it happens quite naturally. You just press the control button and the screen goes grey, letting you draw upon it with the use of your mouse. At the start, you will learn few brush techniques, one of them being cut, that lets you do just what the name implies, cut stuff like boulders and enemies. But as you go on through the game, you will unlock more of them, and you will have to learn all of them if you want to progress further. Besides the brush techniques, you're able to use it in few other ways, like solving puzzles or, for instance, painting in missing parts of a bridge so you can explore previously inaccessible areas that will lead you to either hidden treasures or to the rest of the story. The story of this game is inspired by Japanese folklore and legends, as if it wasn't obvious by the names of the characters and places. The story is actually quite good, but the amount of it at the start of the game is just unbearable. I even counted once. The huge exposition dump at the start clocked in just over 15 minutes before the game even started. That is, in my opinion, just bad game design, and the verbal grunts and squeaks that the characters use instead of voice acting makes it even harder to go through. But, if you pass this part, I promise that it is something that you won't regret, because the story and the gameplay more than make up for it. Now, maybe you have noticed that all of this could simply be about the original Okami, as much as about the HD PC version. This is mostly because there isn't much difference between the two versions. Some of them are that the HD version supports a high resolution and texture overhaul, which makes the cel-shaded watercolor art of this game look even more amazing. The only quibble that people might have with it is that it's locked at 30 FPS, which I don't mind myself since I used to play the PlayStation 2 version a lot. But it might tick off people that have high-end PCs and who want to have top-of-the-range FPS and graphics. I myself had a great time playing this one. The controls are quite responsive and fluent too, and painting with the mouse is much easier on the PC than it was with the control sticks on my DualShock. So, to wrap this all up, Okami is a beautiful and well-crafted game that manages to even overshadow many games that have come out since its original release, and with the HD version making it pleasing to the eyes and not just on the gameplay front, I highly recommend buying this game. With its price being a third of many new releases, there is no reason for you to skip out on it. Goodbye, and thanks for listening.